Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, November 10th, 2022. And earlier today, I was doing some of my just reading and surfing the internet, looking for news, truth, interesting tidbits. And I watched something on another site. I'll show you what it is. And then we're going to do a tarot read on some of what was presented there. Okay, so you can see the site, you can see the title here, Guy Brummel, and I'm careful about names I can and can't say, just so you know why I'm being a little obscure in the introduction here. According to Guy Brummel, Mr. T was sworn in March of 2021 as our 19th president, okay? Now, I don't want to give a history lesson here, just a little background. The United States was incorporated after it had financial difficulties after the Civil War. And from that point on, we were a corporation, which went bankrupt a couple of years ago. Now, during that time, if you look at the President of the United States, the numbers went up to 45 and now supposedly 46. But before pre-corporation time, we ended with 18th. And so if we are indeed a restored republic, and I believe we are, and the cards keep telling me we are, my heart keeps telling me we are, my brain keeps telling me we are, then it would make sense that we would have a chief executive officer. Well, not officer, but official. And that one will be 19. So let's ask if the information that was presented in that short clip, and it's less than 6 minutes, it's worth your time to listen to it. Okay. And one thing I like about Mr. Brummel, he quite frequently, and he did in this one, he says, don't take my word for it, do your own research. And don't I always tell you, listen to everybody, but do so with discernment. Use your critical thinking. I won't ever tell you to avoid someone completely, because quite often, even those that are compromised, even if they're now clones, they're still going to layer in some good intel. It's up to us to know when it resonates with us, it sounds true, when it's possible, but we need more information, and when it's absolutely something we're not going to accept without a lot more evidence to the contrary. Okay, so anyway, let's ask the cards. Is the information that Mr. T is officially, but quietly, our 19th president? Is there truth to that? And is there other information the universe would like us to know? I'll switch the camera. We'll find out. Oh, okay. Well, I thought my preamble cloth was appropriate for a question of this type. And universe, we're going to be asking about, is the information accurate? And is there more to the story about that, the fact that Mr. T is our 19th chief executive of the United States, of our republic? And is there other information the universe wants us to know? Let's find out. We have the Queen of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Hierophant, the Tower, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Well, it would have been lovely if we just had a huge couple of aces here giving us a yes. But let's talk about what we do have, because life isn't always an uncomplicated yes or no situation. So we were asking, is that story true that Mr. T is indeed our 19th president? We have the Queen of Cups signifying our question, the situation we're asking about. And this is one that says emotional intelligence, okay? Compassion too. So there is a reason why we are using our emotional intelligence to ask this question. It's signified by this too, and it's also aspected, because we jump over here to see what's telling us more about our question or the situation, with the Four of Pentacles. Now this one is about using your resources wisely, okay? Now, as much as we would like full disclosure to have happened a year ago, if not yesterday, because of the resources that have to be used wisely, because of strategies that have to unfold in a certain form or fashion. Well, it's smart to be asking this question. We have to understand that the answer isn't all that simple, and they're having to be careful with the resources. Now, we're getting reassured here with the Nine of Cups in the recent past. This is a card that indicates a lot of happiness and satisfaction. Okay, so, and that wishes are fulfilled. So that if that is our wish, and I'll know it's mine, that wish has been fulfilled in the recent past. Okay, now the present, we have the Hierophant showing up here because we know that we're going from dark to light in our reality and for the path for humanity. And at present, okay, the dark still has a toehold, not the stronghold they used to have, but a toehold. Okay, so these disclosures and this information has to be brought to the public eye in a careful manner. However, once again, got the Tower starting to show up. Now it's showing up in our near future, our Tower moment. I was hoping the Tower moment would be connected with elections, and it's still entirely possible because that charade is still being drawn out. Will be for several days, okay, if not weeks. But when that Tower moment comes, that's when change is really going to occur, and we're going to know a lot more about truth and reality of our situation and what's going on with us. Now, we have a little assurance that when that Tower moment comes, it's been well thought out. It is part of the plan. This is a firm foundations card, okay? On the other side of it, another one telling us, don't worry, this big event, okay, has to happen to make these changes fully take effect, but it is going to also be the result of a lot of skilled work, okay? So firm foundation and skilled work for that Tower moment that is in our near future. Now be watching, because if it does like it did with the Queen, this Tower is going to start moving up, okay, until it's in the present. Right now, it's showing up in the near future, may show up here or here in future reads. We'll see. Okay, and see if there's a pattern here that we can detect. Let's get a couple more cards, see if we can get some information. We already know that, yeah, we're smart to be asking this question, looking at this topic. Okay, we are smart, but we have to understand that resources and information have to be carefully guarded. But we're going to be really happy with that information when we find out about it. It's going to directly affect the Hierophant, our deep state, and not in a great way. Okay, Knight of Swords showing up, one of my white hat cards, one who is full speed ahead, okay, up for any challenge, will not back down, will not give up, will not give in. Sound like someone we know. And that's me too. I'm a patriot, by gosh, and I am a Mr. T fan. I'm not saying he's perfect, but he has played an important role in this whole dynamic and change for our path for humanity. So Knight of Swords is showing up, a little reassurance there. Another reassurance here with the Two of Cups. This one, just like we have firm foundations here with the Pentacles, that hard work's at play. With the Two of Cups, that is a card that's saying that there's some agreements going on, that they are in agreement and alignment with this unfolding. So it looks like the answer we got is that, we're smart to be asking this question, looking at the subject. We weren't getting any trickery cards here, a lot of reassurance that there's a plan, it's unfolding, and it's unfolding that in a way that's going to work for those of us who serve the light and who are looking for a free and autonomous human race that gets a chance to develop naturally and grow in a way more in alignment with what our Creator intended. And hey, I'll go on record here as saying I have said ever since January of 2020, we are quietly under martial law, quietly. And when I mentioned that to someone a couple of years ago, they said, how could that be? I said, what better way to do it than quietly? Okay, if it has to happen, let it be quiet. Although I personally do think now that we've shown shenanigans in balloting after balloting, now this is 3, that it's time to lay that out, get that tower moment happening and go on. Folks, here's the deal. Here's where we are, okay? I really think we're ready for that, personally. Hope so. Let it happen soon. And for those of you that believe, like I do, that we have the power to manifest things, that our reality reflects what we accept and absorb, let's make that happen, okay? All right. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Shortly, I'm supposed to, if there's no storm interference, do a show with Linda Paris of McAllister TV, and that'll be airing tomorrow. So wish us well on that, because this will probably be playing even as I'm taping that with her. You know, and if it doesn't work out today, we'll do it soon. So thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your prayers, positive intentions, for every positive thing you send my way. And if you don't send positive things, just understand I send it right back to source to be purified and used as our loving Creator wishes. So either way, negative energy is leaving our plane of existence, and isn't that great? Thank you. Good night.